Good day everyone, I am Marlyn D together with Eloisa Mae Leyesa and Zairine Chavez, and we are going to present our thesis proposal entitled Teaching Strategies and Academic Achievement of Bsed third-year students.
Teaching is generally considered as a teacher's activity that brings out learning or desirable changes in the academic achievement of a learner. Learning is defined as a life-induced persistent change in an individual's behavior. Therefore, learning takes place if at the end of a lesson, the learner's achievement changes depending on the result of instruction. Teaching involves passage of knowledge, skills, models of conduct that brought the students to understand and evaluate the subject matter. The primary aim of teaching is to provide the learning process to an individual. Understanding the academic achievement of the learners is an essential thing in learning. It is where teachers are able to identify how the students behave and how they perform in a class. Therefore, learning strategies become associated in order to know the learner's academic achievement. According to Graham, Harris, and D. 1992, it focuses on facilitating the learning process on how the learners will learn and use what they learned through teaching the learners. On the other hand, through these learning strategies, teachers will be able to know the academic achievements of the learners. According to Crow and Crow 1969, they define academic achievement as the extent to which the students will benefit from the teachers in a certain field of learning. They say that it is also measured by the amount of skills and knowledge supplied to the learners. Traditional method is often used as a learning strategy during the pre-pandemic days. Though they use PowerPoint presentation, yet they often used a paper and pen method such as the Manila paper. It became easy for them to measure the different academic achievement of the learners as they can see them physically. Teaching strategies were effective during this day. However, when the COVID-19 pandemic came, everything changed. Teachers find it difficult to determine if there are changes in the performance of the learners as they could not see them physically but virtually. Moreover, the title of this study emphasizes the relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the students. Amidst pandemic, this research aims to determine if there are a significant relationship and differences between the teaching strategies of the instructors and academic achievement of the learners. Statement of the problem. This research study aims to determine the relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the Bachelor of Secondary Education students in Mindoro State University. Specifically, it aims to answer the following research questions. Number 1, what is the level of teaching strategies applied to the student respondents in terms of discussion and motivational activities? Number 2, what is the level of academic achievement of the student respondents in terms of formative assessment? Number 3, is there a significant difference on a formative assessment among all majors of third-year Bsed students? And number 4, is there a significant relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the student respondents? Statement of the hypothesis. Number 1, there is no significant difference on formative assessment among all majors of third-year Bsed students. And number 2, there is no significant relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the student respondents. Theoretical framework. Wahlberg's theory of academic achievement predicts that the individual's characteristics and environment affects various outcomes in education. These include the behavioral, attitudinal, and cognitive outcomes. Chang 2012 stated that the acquisition of knowledge and abilities, the building of mental structures, and the processing of information and beliefs are all emphasized by cognitive learning theorists. Learning, according to cognitivists, is an internal mental experience derived from what others say and do. He also believes that the greatest way to learn is to do it. According to WGU 2020, the constructivism theory is based on the idea that the students create their own learning based on their experiences. Teachers can use this constructivism to help the learners to understand that each learner has their own perspective in the class. They also say that it assists people to develop an individual's approach based on their own experience. As shown in the diagram, the study will determine the relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of Bsed third-year students of Mindoro State University, Calapan City Campus. The independent variable of the study is the teaching strategies, and its indicators are the following: discussion and motivational activities. On the other hand, the dependent variable of the study is the academic achievement of students in terms of formative assessment of professional education subject, the teacher, and the school curriculum. The one-headed arrow represents the relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the Bsed third-year students. The two-headed arrow represents the significant difference on formative assessment among all majors of Bsed third-year students.
Review of related literature and studies. Foreign literature. Harriet 2017 conducted a study about determining if there are any differences between two types or groups of achievers, which are under and high achievers, in terms of learning strategies. After conducting this study, the results showed that there were evident differences in the strategies acquired and used by underachievers and high achievers. Since the language learning strategy shows that there is a crucial connection with the language proficiency and good language learner, it is important that all language learners should be instructed in using language learning strategies to be able to use this to enhance their knowledge and skills and to become successful. Moreover, Montaño Gonzalez 2017 stated that learning strategies pertain to a set of strategies that is used to attain power over their own learning process. Today, enriching strategies and techniques and second language is one of the teacher's assigned activities. Since the teacher's goal is the facilitation of teaching and learning effectively for the learners, there are assigned approaches in the instructions of second language, and these are grammar, communication, and cognition. These approaches are important in determining which are convenient learning strategies that will be implemented in the classroom. Local literature. According to Magulod Jr. 2018, various instructional strategies must be implemented for the students to be more productive, proficient, and versatile. Having different strategies can make the learners better. Strategies such as kinesthetic, visual, and group are chosen methods of some of the learners. Furthermore, according to Cardino and Ortega de la Cruz 2020, one of the crucial challenges in teaching and learning is for the learners to be responsible of their own learning, because being responsible of their own learning can contribute to a successful learning process. Efficient teaching requires adaptability and ingenuity to be able to respond to the needs of the learners. Today, one of the problems encountered in teaching and learning process is identifying the efficient teaching strategies and techniques that are connected with the learning styles of the learners. Some of the teaching strategies that are efficient in teaching are deductive approach, inductive approach, cooperative learning, and integrative approach. These strategies are helpful for the teachers in facilitating teaching and learning. Understanding teaching strategies and learning styles can help the learners to enhance their academic performance. Foreign study. According to Job Theater 2017, in public secondary schools, teaching practices do not implant skills and competences of the learners to be prepared in the future. Moreover, teachers face problems in applying an excellent instructional practice to achieve student performance improvement. According to analysis of regression, instruction strategy, assessment strategy, resource-based instruction strategy, and teacher-centered instruction strategy are significant. Government policy also had an influence regarding the teaching strategies and the students' performance. The learners being undisciplined become the result of the learner's performance. With this assessment and the use of theoretical teaching may not administered in inadequate teaching may hinder the quality of education. Moreover, Project House 2020 stated that cooperative methods, lecture, demonstrations, and illustrations are the methods that had a big influence on the academic performance of the learners. Teachers must conduct workshop and an organized seminar to be able to have knowledge regarding the teaching methods and may help the learners to improve academic performance. Local study. Gordonas 2017 stated that lecture approach is one of the most prevalent method of direct instruction. Moreover, of all the educational modalities, tape recording reinforcement is the least used. However, interactive teaching was the most frequently translated among the teaching modes that had been used by the literature teachers. She also revealed that interactive teaching had the highest rank among the teaching strategies used by the literature teachers, verbally interpreted as frequently, while the least is direct instruction. Additionally, Rigorous 2019 stated that the facilitation of learning in agricultural science uses demonstration methods. This method is one of the considerations in the modern instructional strategies, which it refers to the teaching method where the teachers is said to be the principal actors and the learners watch with interest and intention. Demonstration method has led to the students' creativity. It creates a great door for the students to actively and efficiently participate during the lessons. Also, assessment's goal is to promote learning rather than students' scores.
Research methodology includes research design, research locale, respondents of the study, sampling technique, research instrument, scaling and quantification, validation of research instrument, reliability of the instruments, data gathering procedure, and statistical treatment of data. Research design. This research study uses descriptive, correlational, and comparative methods of research which aim to determine the teaching strategies and academic achievement of Bachelor of Secondary Education third-year students in Mindoro State University. Descriptive correlational method of research will determine the significant relationship of teaching strategies and academic achievement of third-year students in the subject, the teacher, and the school curriculum. Comparative method of research will determine the significant difference on formative assessment among all majors of third-year Bsed students. Research Local. The study will be conducted in Mindoro State University, Calapan City campus, located at Masipit, Calapan City Oriental, Mindoro. It was officially declared as university on August 27, 2021. Respondents of the study. The respondents of the study are the 199 third-year students in Mindoro State University, Calapan City campus during the academic year 2021 to 2022. The study comprises 30 students from 3A1, 30 students in 3A2, 15 students in 3A3, 32 students in 3A4, and 25 students in 3A5. Sampling technique. The respondents will be chosen using stratified random sampling. Number of student respondents based on the total population of 199 Bsed third-year students are obtained through Rausoft. From the total population of the respondents, the sample size of 132 obtained a 5% error of tolerance and 95% level of confidence. Research instrument. A self-made questionnaire will be used to measure the level of teaching strategies and academic achievement of the students. The first part will be measuring the level of teaching strategies in terms of discussion and motivational activities. The last part will determine the students' academic achievement in terms of formative assessment among all majors of third-year Bsed students. Scaling and quantification. The level of teaching strategies and academic achievement will be measured through the scale with statistical limits shown. Validation of the research instrument. The self-constructed questionnaires will be validated through careful analysis of 3 English critiques of each item. The instruments will be finalized with respect to the critics' correction and suggestion. Reliability of the instruments. Test-retest procedure will be used to measure the reliability of the instrument. 10 students who are non-participants of the study at Mindoro State University, Calapan City campus will be selected to answer the instrument of the study to determine its reliability. Data gathering procedure. The researchers will make the research instrument for gathering the data. The research advisor will inspect and validate the questionnaire. The researchers will ask permission from the educational institution head and the Department of Education program chair to conduct the study. Upon approval of permission, researcher will disseminate the questionnaire online through Google Forms. The data will be gathered during the vacant period to avoid the disruption of classes. The test will run for an hour. Statistical treatment of data. The data will be treated statistically using descriptive statistical, namely mean, that will be used in measuring the extent of teaching strategies in terms of discussion and motivational activities, and the extent of academic achievement of the third-year Bsed students in terms of formative assessment. On the other hand, Kruskal Wallis will be used to compare the difference in formative assessment among all majors of third-year Bsed students. To test the relationship between teaching strategies and academic achievement of the student respondents, Spearman Law will be used. So that concludes our research presentation. We thank you for your time and attention.